All right, hello, THL. Welcome to Friday Night Fights. We got we got some hero finals going on there with Dr. Fish and Skirt Reynolds. Just gonna flick the screen here, and joining me tonight, the ever popular good friend pal Gordon. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Doing great on this Friday night. A little bit of a long weekend for myself. Took today off with Veterans slash Remembrance Day yesterday. So feeling good, man. Rejuvenated and ready to get into some Hero Series playoff finals.
I know it's been exciting. We'll be able to at least. I think one was on last night, I believe, or was that? No, that was the Wild
Yeah.
tournament, or wasn't it? I don't know. I can't remember. I was away from my desk. But yes, so tonight going to start the ball rolling. We already have one game played, which was announced this afternoon there with NJO for F2L Black defeating Nine Eyebrows 3-1. Um, so and that looked like it was always a good battle with some big 10-3 winner Nine Eyebrows with a 9-4 NJO. It's some big hitters.
Yeah, I mean, the rare loss for Nine Eyebrows on the season. But again, you look over to NJO and you nailed it there, man. 9-4 and 10-3 for these juggernauts in the bottom and the four seed here. Nine Eyebrows taking a great captaincy right now, as well as playing really, really strong in the
Hmm.
four seed. And I mean, NJO in the four seed, you see that 400 PR. I mean, that's almost legally insane or criminally legally and criminal, I suppose. But both have been amazingly strong. Both of these teams, there's a reason they're here. F2L was dominant throughout the season,
Yeah.
and Turt, I think a lot of people kind of put them on the back burner, didn't expect them to do as well. And really, I mean, they are just doing so well right now too. So both teams, um, definitely deserve to be here. Can't really root for either one over the other. It's just there's so many great individuals and community members on both sides here.
Yeah, I mean, Fish had a very little bit of a lopsided win versus Roadrunner last week, but it just showed really how much each team preps. I mean, every team preps, but playoffs just seem to kind of not turn that notch up a little further each time, and Fish came out with the win that was on stream. So if you haven't known,
Yeah, I mean it's a new one, right? We were just saying NJO in the four, but I mean Skirt in the five even
yeah,
is pretty insane. I know Dr. Fish was about a 50 PR when the season started, so
yep,
Fish has gained some traction here at a 137 at the moment, and really is just looking to continue that trend against Skirt, who has had the exact same season,
yep.
9-3 from these five seeds. So it's going to be, survival of the fittest, who can be the best five seed for their team. F2L is looking to lock in, one more game type of deal if
Yep.
Fish takes the victory here, and Skirt is looking to, steal back some momentum.
All right, so that brings us to our lovely classes for the evening. So we ended up getting the bands done right now. So we have Dr. Fish's Druid is banned. So he's going to rock and roll with Mage, Warlock, and Warrior. Then we have Skirt Reynolds with his Hunter band. So he's going to be playing either Druid, Paladin, or Warrior. So what do you think these archetypes are going to be for both players? So we kind of talked about
Gonna
it in the green room, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be tough. I mean, Hero Series is a different beast altogether, simply because if you win with the deck, you stay on the deck, and your opponent loses theirs. It's last hero standing, so or AKA last deck standing, essentially. Which Q order 100% matters. I,
Hmm.
I don't care if anyone sends me a, legal document or a scientifically proven Q order, doesn't matter here. For LHS, I mean, if you bring decks that just don't perform well across the board, Mage has the tendency to sweep extremely hard. Same with Druid, as we saw Fish's Druid gone.
Yeah.
Face Runner is the exact same way. It can just sweep the board. So gone. But that leaves a bunch of other problematic decks that are open here. I'm kind of looking at Fisha's Warlock. It looks really good positioned into some of these decks here. It can perform very well into, a more aggro lineup. The Paladin's going to have to find the win there. But if you look at Fisha's side, Fisha's Mage, or sorry, if you look at, we were just talking about Fisha's Warlock there. If you look at Skirt's side, his Paladin is looking very well, but you have to save it for the Warlock. So it's a very weird dynamic of saving decks for specific matchups because if you lose that deck, you can pretty much write yourself off.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what they choose to lead for. Usually, bring out that sacrificial lamb of a deck, and just or try to hit the matchup you absolutely need to hit. If Skirt needs to hit this Libram Paladin into the Warlock, then he just brings it right out. But he doesn't have to push that right off the bat.
No.
So it'll be really interesting to see how they decide to queue. I would expect Warriors, honestly, to come flying out. I think Warrior is insanely strong at the moment. Especially if you're playing a more control style with, you see Mage on the other side for against Fish, you see Warlock for Fish. So a control style that can kind of stall out the game. Maybe even a Mutanus to drop something, bite something big. You never know. There's always the possibility that there's a Anaconda Druid sitting on the side for Skirt. So closed deck list. We're gonna have to find out as the games progress, and certain matchups are gonna lean us towards what they are.
Yeah, and both players are ready to go. So we got Skirt Reynolds is going to be first to spectate with Dr. Fish at the top of the screen there. So both players have agreed to be on cams. So you'll get to see a elongated Skirt because he's using a mobile device for his webcam, and then you're going to see Dr. Fish doing the webcam style. So I'm going to let the players know that they can get started, and then we will start having some fun.
We're already having fun, man. Come on.
Very true. Very true. On a Friday, of course. And like you said, you had yourself an extended day. I had to work today, unfortunately, but
I was just sitting there and called my boss, and boss was like, yeah, what the hell, take it off. I was like, thanks. So I started a new job too, so it was kind of cool that they were like, yeah, no worries.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, personal stuff aside, it's interesting, Saku. What do you expect to see coming out here? What do you want to see? Not even expect. Don't even think what the smart thing is. What do you want to see?
I want to see Devil Warriors.
Nice. Yeah.
That's my thing. I want to see that. I agree with you on I think they got to get that. I guess with Pirate Warrior being pretty strong in the ladder. Oh, here we go.
All right. Well, you do get half of your wish. You do get a warrior at a Dr. Fish, and oh my goodness, Saku.
It's a biggie.
That's a big warrior, my friend. This is very, very interesting. So, Big Warrior, I think when the expansion had first come out, United and Stormwind, Big Warrior kind of took charge because of Provoke. The two cards sitting in Fish's hand right now. Has really fallen off with just the slowness or I guess the fastness of the meta. Aggro decks tend to be a lot quicker, but it got a little bit of help as you see. Man the Cannons is in the hand, a little bit of board clear, sword and board. The biggest being Rancor in Bladestorm to clear off these early games from the aggro druid. So this is typically highly favored towards the warrior.
Right. Skirt just kind of. Oh, we got our famous unknown card.
Oh yeah, I'm out and I'm in. He's just gonna go for it. I was way ahead of him before he even did it. I'm glad he did it now than later on. So that's fine. But yeah, I mean it's gonna be a slower start for Fish here. He's gonna have to space out his board clears very strategically. Getting to that, turn 6 into a coin commencement, or if he has to use the coin, delaying till about turn 7. So Yeah, probably just gonna pull the Bulwark here. Oh, nope. Okay. Outrider's Axe is in the deck. No worries. A little bit more to fight back on board. Um, Ogmergent, great pickup here. I see Oracle of the Loon isn't too terrible here, Saku. I mean, thinking of what you're punished by, Bladestorm Coin Sword board would be the ultimate if you just drop the Elune here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, think a slower play with the Mule Infestation. Yeah, this protects against a Bladestorm as well. Because, you know, leaving 1/1s on the board hidden behind taunts is just extremely difficult for the warrior to clear off, and Bladestorms become even more difficult to use.
All right. Pardon my absence here for a minute. It's just the cams are not lining up properly.
No worries.
So as per normal, Corden is hard carrying me. Thanks, buddy.
That's all right. I'm more than willing to carry my buddy here. So Provoke is picked up by Dr. Fish, possibly thinking of just coining his Outrider's Axe this turn. Drawing through the deck a little bit faster. Has got to start finding the commencements. Also has to find the greedy, not the greedy, the 6 mana, 6/2. The name is escaping me at the moment. The Cowardly Grunt is what I'm trying to think of, Saku.
Cowardly Grunt.
Yeah. The Fish is just gonna pull the trigger on the Man the Cannons and trade back the Heavy Plate. Coerce is a pretty decent pickup. It can help deal with an Oracle that just flies on the board, but I expect this to be a pretty strong turn from Skirt here. I could even delay another turn if he so chooses to, and just go, jerry rig into like Marsupial, or like Marsupial, even just playing the new ground, just to get the 2/2 on the board as well. Threatens the Arbor up for next turn.
That's always a yeah. Sorry, go ahead, man. It was just.
Oh no, yeah, no. Arbor, as you were saying, is always a card you need to be very wary of, and
yep.
Yeah. I mean, this is Skirt. I think he's trying to play as much as he can, but he's also trying to play around Rancor because it is coming into turn 4 for Dr. Fish, who would love to just Rancor a board of 1/1s.
Exactly. And gain a bunch of armor on top of that, and be a happy camper knowing that he destroyed a potential big board.
All right, so the new growth is going to come down. I am happy there because that board without the new growth was playing so hard into a minefield. It was the perfect minefield hand, or board, but now a little bit more defensive towards it. Hoping that one of these more important minions is going to survive here. Yeah, there's a Troublemaker picked up. Not what Fish wanted to see.
No.
Not in a bunch of trouble. I mean, Fish does still have a nice clear with the sword and board into the minefield. Again, it's a clean, but this is pretty much all of Fish's removal in hand at the moment. He's pretty happy to be clearing the board. Bulwark is a decent pickup here. It's going to be able to buy Fish a little bit of turn, some turns if he needs to.
Definitely see a Loon, I think, fall out here with an Oyatron. I think that's the easy line.
Yeah, that plays against Rancor really nicely. I also wouldn't mind if we saw like Oracle into Druid of the Reef to take the 1/3 taunts.
Okay. Yeah.
And then maybe even throw an Ogmergent. It depends on how hard Skirt wants to play against the Rancor, versus doing something else. You can't always play against Rancor, unfortunately. It's just kind of the way it is. One of these turns, he's going to have to go in. This is a turn 5 as well, so Brawl is a real possibility for Dr. Fish to have if it's run. Weirdly enough, it's usually one of the cards that is cut. But yeah, I do like the play by Skirt. You have to go in at some point, and even a brawl here
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily guarantee the Elune dies, and then there's a um, refill next turn.
The Fish having bookend Colossus, not ideal.
Not what you want to see, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you pretty much you
Yep.
nailed it there, buddy. Yeah, not what Fish wanted to see. I mean, it's just kind of the problem with Big Warrior is that, yeah, it's, 65% favored into this matchup on paper, but if you just don't have the board clears, and I like how Skirt's playing, he's spacing his threats out enough that Fish has to respect them.
Yep.
But, he's not playing too aggressively where he just loses everything. So very nice. Coherus is going to take that down, and wow, you called it. You said it. Always respect. I mean, you just saw I ripped this. I even put the marsupial down, and I rip it, man. There's just, you fill the board.
It's easy. That's an easy call.
Yeah.
So we'll
There's
see.
no Barov in the deck either because Big Warrior cannot afford to run any minions it doesn't want to pull. And you just saw an empty-handed Coherus on a funny enough, damaged minion, the Skirt damaged himself trying to protect it. So.
All right, so Skirt just thinking about other turns. Ooh, okay. We'll see. Nope. Gonna fertilizer instead, I guess.
Yeah. Just once the Jack is not, I don't mind it either. It puts 4 more damage on now. Then, Marsupial is possibly 3 damage down the line. And I mean, this requires reaction from Fish. Even with the Bulwark in hand, Fish would still be dead.
Yeah.
No way to clear. I'm assuming he trades away trying to find a Blade Storm. Minefield is not going to be good enough. You would need the absolute perfect hits. But just hero power, trade 3 times, and then, there's 15 still left up on the side of...
currently 28 minus...
4 attacks have to go in, so 1's a hero power, and then 3 more, so 4, 4, 4, 4, and then a 5, 3. And then, yeah, there's still 15 on the board. So this is lethal for Skirt.
Well played.
I don't know if I would have... I think even if he threw the minefield out there, that was kind of it.
Yeah, not much you could do. Just Druid doing Druid things, so...
Yeah, I mean, no clears, right? That's the biggest thing right there for the Big Warrior was no Rancors, no Blade Storms, everything we were talking about that Skirt had to play around, and well, he really didn't have to because he's just never drew it.
Brings up
did there.
Never drew it.
Never drew it. Drew it. But I am a dad and I am tired. Here we go.
All right. We got Warlock, which we thought might be coming out next.
Yeah, this is also, I mean, I say, earlier on that there's a bit of an advantage to just getting the first game win. Fish has the re-queue, right? He's able to then basically force the next matchup he wants. And I like that he brought the Warlock out here. It's definitely probably his best chance into his remaining decks. I'm assuming that the oh no, he still has Mage. So
he's got Mage. Mage can
I'm
take care of
fairly
business.
curious why we didn't see the Mage come out then. I mean, it's they're both kind of the same, the Warlock or the Mage. Fish is definitely holding the Mage for the Paladin. That's why. So yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be...
Oh, and here we go again.
Skirt.
Yeah, so that's exactly why there, and that goes back to when we were talking earlier about the queue order. It really matters is that if Fish did just bring that Mage out and lost it, The Warlock would then have to win pretty unfavorable matchups into the Paladin, which you never want to put yourself in a position in LHS. So
Yeah.
he's going to keep that pocket quest or quest mage. I'm assuming quest mage. Now, I don't quote me because last time I cast it, Wild 9 brought out a very spicy ping mage.
Ping mage, yeah, just tripped us all up. So,
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
that's fine. Yeah. I think he's given us the time to actually leave and respect there. Kudos to Skirt if that is what you're doing. If you're just roping, then that's also fine. But if you're giving us the time to requeue there, then that's great.
So we didn't miss any plays, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're watching and you're ever on stream and Blizzard ever doesn't get around to fixing that, just give us the time to get back in there. We thoroughly appreciate it.
No, we got Skirt jamming out there. He's vibing, as
Yeah,
the
man.
cool kids say.
You got to get into it, right? There's two different methods here. There's the listen to no music and focus right in, or then there's also, as Eminem would say, lose yourself, baby. Just get into it, jive with it, start getting it going. Skirt looking at the jive with it and getting rewarded, that's for sure. Fish is more than likely digging for a soul rend.
Mm-hmm.
Anatheron with the Knoll picked up is very, very nice as well. Going to be able to have a bit of a swing turn for himself there. And there's the Arbor up a turn too soon. But I don't think Skirt's too upset about that. He's going to have to watch out and play around the Soul Rend here. It is coming into Soul Rend turn for
Surrender.
Fish. Soul Rend. So, I wonder how heavy he wants to play into it.
So
Sow the Soil is going to be the draw. And yeah, just going to go right full. I like it. Fertilizer as well.
stop
Push
me
as
if you
much
can.
damage as possible. This has got to be Soul Rend. And it's not. Oh, Shadow Blade Slinger.
For 4 mana, that's not a lot.
Yeah, all right. So what are we looking at here? 19 cards in deck for Fish still, so Bristleback's pretty far away. Touches the Nathrezim. Is going to be able to heal up a bit and clear off, but if you don't play this Neophyte, you have to expect, you always on turn 5 have to expect an Arbor up.
Yep. That's almost expected, but the Knoll.
I think he's just.
Yeah, I think he's.
And then he's. Oh, if he can cult coin touch. I do like that he's playing the cult here. Very heads up play by Fish to remember that this is turn 5, and I survive
By
this
delay.
board. I do not survive an Arbor up. Man, twice in one match. This is
Does a Grey Bow
this is
come out?
lovely.
Or
This is
does a-
lovely.
Or does a Park Panther come out? I think a Park Panther.
Park Panther pushes a lot more damage and just puts another threat on the board. You could also just dump a Marsupial, because at this rate you're so ahead that anything that pushes additional damage is really all you care about.
Pew, pew.
Fortunately, I cannot see Fish's card, so I will be back in a moment.
Still got Slinger, Antherion. Antheron.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows how to say that.
We got Bristleback, Backfire, and Flesh Giant. So
Yeah, so we pinned Diso.
Skirt's just wondering if he should play the Cub or not. And
Yeah, or he's just letting us get back in the spectator. It could be the case, but it's also a case that, I don't think playing the Marsupial in this case matters. Like, you can play it, you don't have to play it. Soul Rend doesn't really punish you too much simply because, if he does get the Soul Rend, it only takes him down to 13 cards in the deck. I guess 12 with the natural draw. But that's pretty much it for Fish, unfortunately, unless his backfire does some crazy stuff.
And does not.
No, it will not, and Fish is gonna find lethal himself.
2-0 for Skirt Reynolds. All right. Druid coming back out with Mage for Fish. That's
Yeah, I mean it's again, I can beat the horse dead. It's a favorable matchup, but I mean we've seen this aggro druid get through two pretty favorable matchups, get through or unfavorable, I guess I should say, from the druid's perspective. He's
Mhm.
gotten through a big warrior and now gotten through a quest warlock. So um the mage is coming out for Fish. I do expect to see it to be a quest mage, which has just about as much high roll potential as the druid. So we'll have to see how Fish does in the piloting of it. And the biggest thing is just getting the cards, like the frost spells out of the
Right.
way, right? You need to get the flurries to be able to play it out. So we'll have to see how Fish wants to take it a second here. I suspect,
just
there's a
take
lot
a
on the line
breather.
here for Fish.
Exactly.
Take a breather. Never jump into a match you're not prepared for. Even though you know exactly what deck you have to bring out here, you know exactly what your opponent's playing. You even know what cards they have in their deck at this rate. Take a minute, take a break, and reassess the situation.
Okay. Fish just got a pretty decent hand. Like if you on curve, obviously, but I'd probably ditch the fireball myself.
Yeah, Fireball and Cram Session probably gone for me here. Even the Ice
Ooh,
Barrier, I don't mind
even
throwing
better.
away. Yeah, it's slow, right? You need things that kill things, and Skirt's got a decent start. No taunt minion in the hand though for that Battle Guard abusity. But Fee showed a little bit here. I mean, he's gonna have to play the source, which is okay. He could actually. Oh
Wow.
wow. Um,
Okay.
that is a play.
That's interesting. I figured would have figured
I think it's okay.
the
I
quest
think
and
it's
the
okay. I
yep.
mean, Mage doesn't use the coin all that well. Things are just
Yep.
very cheap to begin with, but I don't think you care if they get an additional draw there if you're just going to ping it. Luckily for Fish, very slow start from Skirt here, and unfortunate for Skirt, very slow start.
Yeah. So almost sacrificing Battle Guard if he threw it
Oh,
down now.
it feels so bad. Yeah. I mean, he needs to be able to get the abuse. Even on a turn 5, Battle Guard can sneak you out a Teacher's Pet or a Grey Bow, so it's not the worst. Just hold on to it. Just rip and flow here
Oh
is,
yeah.
is really all I'm seeing.
Go with the
This
go
is a
with
turn 3
go with the
flow.
flow.
Yeah, with nothing on the board. So the soil, man.
Dirty cards there for Skirt.
I don't even know if you play this for the 2/2 to give Fish something to shoot at.
That's I don't know. In my opinion, I'd hold. Do the soil because you got to get it out of the way anyway, right?
But if you give him the 2/2, then he's got Brain Freeze and Flurry targets, right?
Yeah, but I'm not saying play it. I'm just saying just play the card that those two cards. Oh, never mind. Okay, I get you. I was reading the other card. Fuck, what was it called? That one that brings out the choose ones. That's what I was thinking that card was.
Oh, you were thinking of Jerry Rig.
Jerry Rig, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would have been nice, but if he's just kind of just going,
Base.
figuring it out. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a snap pick. I saw Devolving and I saw Arcane, and that was about it.
Ooh, Greybow.
Greybow's okay because now Skirt could go with the Battle Guard into the Grey Bow. He could also just wait to find an Elune. Um, and then on turn 6, if he does find it, can go with a huge Elune into Battle Guard into double Gray Bow.
All right. Let's see what he chooses.
It's just always this difficult decision of, do I want to play cards
Knowing
to
mage,
give the mage targets?
yeah, to know the mage is going to go off if they, even if they have thick targets, is going to be better for them. So,
But like, you're aggro druid. At some point, you got to push the gas. Oh, all right. So we're just gonna go super wide here.
nope,
Like
just
crazy
call.
adorable. Yeah, he's gonna go crazy wide here and throw a composting down.
All right. Not a resilient board, but at least it gets him a lot of draw. So
Yeah, I mean, so Fish can now, he can finish up part. Actually, I feel like he could finish up all the parts here. If he flurries, yeah, he can.
can flurry hot streak and then
He can flurry. He can hot streak, and then part 2, he can actually ignite, brain freeze, and then he's got the
bury.
mana to rip the arcane intellect if he wishes.
True.
So the soil is definitely not what you want to be seeing if you're Skirt. Again, not not the best card.
He's
really
getting-
digging for this Elune, I think. I think Skirt is hedging on the big swing turn with the Elune and Grey Bow, being able to play multiples. I do like this play by Fish as well. He doesn't have to overly commit to the game plan. You know, he's forcing Skirt to play cards, and the longer the game goes on, you know, the faster that Fish can finish the quest. That means he can have, you know, big fire sale turns, as we just saw picked up off of the quest reward there, which is a huge card in this matchup.
Lots of choices here for Skirt Reynolds. Grey Bow with a marsupial or Druid of the Reef.
Yeah, I'm not too really sure. I mean, it's. I can only assume he doesn't want to play things just to. But you've already got the minion down.
Mm-hmm.
Build as big of a board as possible. Set up an arbor. You know what that's going to be. Came out of the deck, so really only one option from any quest list that I've ever seen.
Good pickup for Fish.
Yeah, gonna be able to draw through, and is it the fire spell he needs here? It is. So
Yeah.
I mean, fire sale just absolutely claps this board.
It does.
I mean, yeah. The only thing is then you don't really have much to shoot at, but yeah, I mean, First Flame's fine as well. This is gonna finish quest. I wonder if he's gonna finish quest here.
Well, as long as he flurries and then hot streaks and then goes to.
Does he have an arcane? He does not, so he can't actually finish it here. Does have the portal. I think another brain freeze is just fine.
You can't leave this board up though.
You can still do the fire sale because the First Flame costs 0 off of Encanters, so he can still rip this fire sale. And I the only reason I don't want it is because this board's not exactly threatening, and you have ways to deal with it. Yeah. I mean, you can just ping down these 1/1s and just, yeah. Because post quest, First Flame is, well, it's exactly way better than a Flame Strike,
Mhm.
essentially.
And cheaper, obviously, by 3.
What was I thinking of again?
Wishing a loon was not being elusive.
Bramble guards, hold the line!
You're barking up the wrong tree!
Throwing a bunch of minions on the board. Do you pop the 4/6? Protect the.
That's an upgrade! Probably.
The sea floor be its own treasure.
Yeah, just wants the most on board again. This is really what he's been waiting for on this turn. Unfortunately, Oracle of the Loon has been elusive for himself. Another board made, but Fish smartly hanging on to that fire sale is just really going to be able to clear off the board pretty successfully. You can actually ping fire sale and then brain freeze. Just clears the board. Greybout doesn't pop, and we are still digging for an arcane, but multicaster should be able to draw us there. And wow, as we said,
Oh my gosh!
wow, just a turn too late.
Dirty.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But that's Hearthstone for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Druid was bound to get caught one of these games. Not that it's over by any sense of the imagination. A Loon can still do something crazy. There is still another Battlemaster in the deck, so we could see like a Teacher's Pet turn, similar to what we just saw with Greybow. Double up on that. So the game's definitely not out for Skirt, but we've seen one composting, and there's really not much draw mechanic in the Druid anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like a hero power and punch face for a minute. I don't think a loon is a good play right now. But
no, I think just holding on to it.
That's the hardest decision because.
Yeah, it's like you said, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, right?
Yeah.
If you don't play it and you get something crazy, then you're kicking yourself. If you do play it and it just gets burned and you don't pull anything, then you're also kicking yourself. I think Skirt needs to hit a crazy high roll in the sense to stay in the game, but this is going to be quest completion for Fish, and more than likely he's just going to get slammed. He's got the flurries in hand to defend himself. He also has First Flame to clear off, so chooses to go. Oh, he's just going to play the second. That's fine. Doesn't even need to flurry here. He can if he's really nervous. Could even just hot streak into the ignite.
Teacher's Pet.
Yeah.
Hero power poke. And then wait.
I mean, the Arbor Up is never gonna a board is never sticking at this rate.
No.
If it does, it's never attacking. So I don't mind throwing the Arbor Up here. There's not a whole lot left in the deck that's gonna really bail Skirt out of this position here. Post quest completion, Mage is pretty much autopilot at this rate. We do see the discounted Cram Session in hand for Fish as well, so he's gonna have a whole bunch of cards to draw. With flurries and whatnot as well. It's just a matter of time before he can stall the game out.
Yeah. Cram Sesh. Barrier, maybe, if he wanted to.
Yeah, and there's Fire Sale. Again, I mean, there's There's no lethal here, right? With double fireball, we've got 18 damage.
No.
There's nothing else kicking around that I'm missing. Oh, that would be just the 18 there.
So you
We're
can
at
get another
20
fireball.
23
Oh
now.
gosh,
Another
there you go.
fireball. All right, yeah. So I mean,
Freeze.
yeah, outside of some,
Catastrophe. Disconnect
yeah,
for 12 minutes.
that's pretty much at this rate. Skirt's, hoping for a power outage. But I don't think his wish is going to come true. Yeah, and actually, Feast just ripping the one that he got off the Roomed Orb as well. And we're going to see a spectator bug break here. Just on the last turn of the game, essentially, just to really drive home. All right, back into it.
In and out like a dirty sock. That's what we're like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Skirt just played it immediately just to get that over with, allow us to get back in.
All right.
What was I thinking of again?
I want to take a quick moment that let our viewers know that if they don't have, or they do have a few minutes to fill out the Family Feud, I guess, question or facts that's coming up on Tuesday, I believe. So if you have a moment, please fill out the little Lotus Night form for Family Feud so you can watch us rock it out there.
All right, so you finishing the deal there. Double fireball from hand's going to put him down. Yeah, Lotus is putting on that Family Feud. So just like the game show, we require community input. So there's a bunch of questions. So you can give your opinion on things about Stormwind, things about the meta, so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely get in there and fill it out. It's going to be a great time. I did it last time, and it was awesome. It was fantastic. So highly recommend getting your input in there if you want to be a part of it, or have try and throw the combatants for a loop.
All right, back into it super fast. So we got Kurt Reynolds rocking Warrior with Fish with the last mage standing.
Yeah, I mean, as the series does require, I think Fish might be owed a high roll here. I don't know.
Pirates.
It's a lot different here because the game plan of the Pirate Warrior, I guess Quest Warrior, and call it Pirate Warrior. It just wants to play everything. It has to. So, Fish has a great hand with the Brain Freezes and even just a refill with Refreshing Spring Water here.
Yep.
But, on the other side, Kurt Reynolds has one of the better one drops recently buffed, from the wave of buffs we saw there not too long ago.
All right, Fish deciding whether to play Cram or just
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to. You're not really under pressure ever here. And if you just find the Arcane Intellect, or not the Arcane Intellect, the studies, then, Cram Section's a lot better. And now this is a combo activator as well, but,
Gotta go with the flow.
On 3 is always a great
welcome
thing to
sight.
see.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so Sword Eater going to come down here. Scourge is going to make a board as scary as possible, really, and continually to push damage. Mr. Smite drawn into hand is very good, too. A lot of decks have a problem finishing the game against Mage, just, not really having the burst, or putting Mage in an awkward position where they could die if they want to play Dawn Grasp, and Mr. Smite changes all of that. It's just straight up 6 damage from hand, plus whatever else you want to play behind it. A little bit later on, if it's turn 8, you can play pretty much any pirate out with it and charge it into face. So, oh yeah, there's the lab partner that Dr. Fish was waiting for with his Cram session.
Yeah.
I don't think you take. Oh,
It's something that can hide from being banged around, I guess, on the board. So,
yeah, but I
but
mean,
it's
you know, Rancor is a card. I mean, it's terrible here. I would never do that. But you know, if Skirt was able to push the quest on this, there is the deal too. There's also the deal to pirate. So, you know, Feach was really saying, I'm just going to say you don't have it, and then you lose, you know, a 50-50 both times that the two shots go off. It's a risky play by Feach.
draw a weapon. What do we draw?
Yeah.
A
Oh.
whetstone.
Ooh.
Bust out the whetstone now? No.
It depends on if he wants to Sword Eater next turn, which he probably is going to. So,
Oh my goodness.
more
Okay.
than likely not.
So, do you flow? Go with the flow.
You can. I mean, that's a lot of discounts, but Feach has to be careful. He's on 18. This is you know what Pirate Warrior does very well is just it's going to ignore everything. If you're not going to control the board, it's got a really good tendency to just punish you.
Boy. Okay.
I would like to see the Encanters flow before that if we were going to draw.
Barrier and what?
I'm thinking you might want to barrier hot streak to complete the next part, and then you can use the brain freeze to freeze off, and then that's the most awkward. First flame is very, very good, so good right now, especially with the hot streak being procced. Wow. Okay.
Okay. That is a little bit on the...
Wait. He used the other second flame.
Yes.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I guess it's fine. Skirt's gonna play another minion. It's just a matter of time. I guess Brain Freeze, he knows you have the first flame. Okay, you sold me, Feach. You said nothing, but you sold me.
Can't play Sword Eater right now.
No, so I would. Oh, can't even play. Get the double proc off on the pirates here. So quest can't be completed this turn, so he doesn't get the 2 shots off. So then this mini mage is sticking around for another turn. You know, my worry was that this turn was going to be popped off pretty quickly, but yeah, no cheap cost pirate in the hand for Skirt Reynolds, and it's kind of an awkward turn.
I think you proc the barrier that you know is there.
Yeah, you gotta. Hoping this hits Mr. Smite.
Magic says no.
Yeah. Use all your mana, play it out.
All right. Perfect barrier come back up again. So
Yeah,
and you
I
need
mean,
it.
this is quest completion no matter which way Feach plays it. If he wants to barrier or if he wants to brain freeze.
I think
you're always holding this cram session because you've got double flow in your deck and then an arcanologist with or Dawn Grasp with cramp session.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
Probably tells me we're going to brain freeze. Here's the Rancor a little too late. Another Konako is actually probably I part of my brain was saying cram session, but Konako is definitely a very valuable piece in this matchup right now. Features use a lot of removal and just being able to freeze the minions and not have anything crazy. But Mr. Smite is just going to rush some big stuff into your face anyway, so we'll have to see. I think the cram session might have been the pull there.
Yeah, I think I instead of pinging, I would have probably barriered there, but
Yeah, it's
just one of those things. I guess just
yeah,
how
just
you
no
feel.
time.
Yep.
Clock's running out on you, and mini mage gone. All right, so gets the favorable hits there.
Oh,
And
there's Smite.
Mr. Smite. All right.
Mr. Smite
Mr.
gets the
Smite's got
touch.
7 now, bud. So this is that awkward turn here, right? Because if Fish plays Dawn Grasp and Cram Session and doesn't hit some good removal tools, well, we got 9, 10, 16. So he's very, very close to dead.
Yeah. I think the barrier
I think you gotta-
last turn, yeah, was probably a better thing for right now for the next
Yeah,
turn.
like
But
you nailed it. Oh, okay. All right. Doesn't feel comfortable playing it.
okay. Oh, what's he get for that? Nothing.
Yeah, this turns a lot more awkward now. Yeah, I think I understand why he definitely did not feel safe enough to play the Dawn Grass, but now he's got the first flame and the second flame to follow it up next turn, so he
Yep.
probably feels a little bit more relaxed in that sense. But Mr. Smite is just kind of gaining on hand, and there's the Bloodsail Raider. Typically, it's nice to hold on to that if you have the weapon in hand. It's just an extra like 5 damage coming off of Mr. Smite on turn 8.
In a box? Pirate stuff.
Right, so Rokara is now in hand and more than likely going to be played.
Not now, but right now.
Yeah. I mean, depending on what Rokara gives off of the next turn, there's another first flame drawn, so this is the turn Fish has to go in. In Dawn Grass, first flame, second flame, clear it up a little bit, and then draw your cram sessions.
He's got no choice but to clear this all up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even like I said, figuring. Oh, is he just gonna fire sale?
Fire sale and
I don't know. That went face. He's got a fire sale. That goes face. Yeah. I mean, we had an easy way to clear off quite a bit of the board there with the first flames, the trade. We could have even cram session and then use the second flame as well. That's gonna be. Is that enough? That's gonna be enough.
yeah. Just got to count it up. 6, so you get 8,
That's
9, 10, 11.
plus the blood sale. That
Yep.
should be it.
Counting
It's
it up right now.
6, it's 5, it's 11.
Yeah, I think
19.
19.
Should be
No.
19.
No. 19.
No.
What do you?
Just he's making sure. But yeah, you've got 6 on board from Smite giving rush. Bloodsail Raider is going to get the additional 3 here, and that is just enough. 2 more to kill.
Well, and that sets the tone. So, another 3-win victory for.
No, that's backwards.
Well, sorry, the other way. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. So
We're back to 0.
we're squared up now. So now it's got quite a few games left. We got Robobson versus Comp or CMAC. Sorry. And then we got Tachi and Molstar, and then Neji Boston and Super Chicken. But first of all, I want to congrats to Skirt. So see if you can jump in here. See what he says. What a great game, though.
Yeah, it's a tough one, and I think I saw the pressure was a little bit much for Fish. It was some of the turns there, like you said, the ping over um the not the ice block, that's not in standard anymore.
Barrier.
The thing over the ice barrier, would have kind of given him enough room to then go off. I think the last turn he might have had to feel like he had to clear, but
Yeah.
you have a double flow in your deck, across your whole deck. I mean, I'm playing off the fact that I can clear the board plus do the cram session, but
Hey, Skirt Reynolds. Thanks for how you doing, buddy? Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing spectacular.
Good to hear.
doing fantastic. So that's got to feel great. Getting the even keel for your team after falling down to a 3-1. You scrape back and you guys are back at 0 now.
I know. I was feeling the pressure after the match yesterday, but I'm glad I pulled through. That was a bit of a toughie.
Yeah, were you expecting the big warrior at all? I was extremely surprised to see it played out there. I mean, in a perfect world, into your aggro druid, it's supposed to take the win, but you did a really good job spacing your threats out and really understanding that matchup. And unfortunate for Fish, just the clears were few and far between.
I know. Yeah. When I saw it wasn't Pirate Warrior, I was like, oh no. Because I was like, okay, wow, I hit the good matchup somehow, game one. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was sweating a bit. But yeah, I mean, Fish played great, but the draws for him just sucked, so that was too bad. But I'm glad I pulled through that match, especially.
Yeah, you always got to be worried that seeing a unconventional warrior when somebody has nice Jewish owl on their team always makes you sit a little bit uncomfortably. Not seeing Quest come out on one, and you're like, no, is this control? Is this, so many thoughts going through your head, and then you don't really know what to expect or what to play for. So I think you did really well with the druid there, and then as we were just alluding to, the quest warrior of your own, smite, finding the big 8 damage from hand.
I know, yeah, the double buff on it, sitting with like a bunch of cards in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, take us through a little bit. I mean, you guys have been playing fantastic throughout the entire season, yourself included, is coming down the 5 seed. Um, did you ever see yourselves? I mean, everyone likes to see, yeah, we see ourselves in the finals and winning, but it was a bit of a struggle early on in the season there, and your team really looks like they pulled it together.
Yeah, I know at the start of the season it wasn't the best start, but I mean going into this season, I think for every team I've been on, as especially this one, I kind of go into it being like, okay, we no doubt can be the best team in the league, hands down. And we, especially the last few weeks, all of us have pulled it together. Everyone, I mean, well, I think last stream you guys said everyone has a positive win rate. Everyone's playing really, really well. So it's just been an incredible season so far for us.
Yeah, no, I mean, both teams definitely well deserving to be there. The statistics across the board are, well, I mean, that's why both of these teams are in the finals here. It just goes to show that good Hearthstone gets you to the finals, right?
Yeah, of course. There's both teams were both really good. We have stacked lineups, both of us. So now that the series is tied, it's gonna be a really tough go from here.
Yeah, that's it. It's back to 0. Your game and Fish's game did not, or and Nine Eyebrows, your games did not matter. No, they did clearly, but
It's
yeah,
crunch time. Yep.
it's crunch time. You got to put the pressure on your teammates there. I know we've got Neji and Super Chicken playing on Saturday tomorrow. When can we expect the rest of these games to sort themselves out? We got any late Sunday ones?
We got a Sunday at 9 with Itachi and Molestar.
Oh my goodness!
If it's gonna matter.
So every game does matter at this point. So yeah, it's gonna be a photo finish for sure. That's exciting.
Yeah, I got big trust in my boys. Chicken's a beast, Molestar's a beast, C-Mac's a beast.
Yep.
I think we're looking good.
And we
Yeah, absolutely. Looking fantastic. Yeah, you put on a clinic. You looked well. Like I said, I was extremely surprised. Couple unfavorables there that you took over on the aggro druid. Sometimes it could just get through, but I think mage, as high rolly as druid can be, the mage finally got the win where it was supposed to, regardless.
Yeah, I know. That druid deck, like it can just roll games even in unfavorable matchups, but mage is just mage, so hit that little roadblock there. But I'm surprised with that deck. It did way better than I was expecting it to into those matchups. So I'm glad I got those wins out. That was huge.
were you expecting mage in game 2?
Uh, Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay.
I was just rolling with it, kind of just vibing. Whatever
We
I hit is
saw
whatever
that,
I
dude.
hit. But going into the match, I was really worried about Mage. I looked at my matchups; they didn't look great, but I'm glad I hit the matchups I did, and it worked out well.
Yep. It certainly did with a big 3-1 win. Any final thanks or shout outs to some peeps that help you prep there this week before we let you go for the evening?
Of course, obviously, shout out the boys. Super Chicken, Molestar, C-Mac, 9. Just hopped off a call with 9 before my match. Did a little bit of last minute planning.
Cool.
Few last minute tips on how to play some decks. But no, it worked out good. My team's great. I love them. Shout out to them, always pulling through for me. And any final comments? I guess I just have to say,
Yeah, we were actually Cord and I were talking about this. What was that gentleman's name that was on that you?
Pete Davidson.
There you go, Pete Davidson.
Skirt that.
skirt.
That's
it.
If you scroll up, if you scroll up, you'll see that I copy pasted.
Yeah, we were talking about Pete Davidson, and I was like, I love Pete Davidson. And then he said, and Simon goes, no word of a lie. Skirt Rental just posted this in the chat. I was like, fantastic. I was like, that was meant to be that way. Yeah. So picture Pete Davidson and his classic SNL skit. So yeah.
But thanks again.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, thanks for having me on.
No problem. Enjoy your night, and now you get to go back to your Discord chat and whoop it up.
Of course, I'm gonna party with the boys. Well, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Have a great one.
Man, first time we've had Skirt on camera and chat, which is good. Very, very friendly person and player. For those that either haven't played THL yet, just like everybody's pretty friendly. So, except for Corden and Saku.
I am not friendly. Don't ever speak to me. Yeah. Don't
emote you to the ground.
Me. Don't talk. No, it's it's wicked. No, I mean, yeah, we saw some wicked stuff. I love Hero Series. Legacy's great with the Conquest format. Pro is awesome because it's some of the best Hearthstone. Wild is great because you see some of the top players out there. But man, Hero holds a different spot in my heart with the LHS standard. I mean, you saw how the aggro druid could kind of just get through it. The Q order matters. It's a little bit of mind games.
Little bit. So, just trying to remember. I don't remember seeing when Rebobson's going to play, and
I'm not sure on the Rebob not Rebob Itachi. They're on the same team, the Rebob C-Mac game, but we at least know Neji is tomorrow versus Super Chicken in the afternoon, I believe.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Yep.
Yeah, and then Itachi and Molestar are later on anyway, so every game is going to matter in this matchup. Unless they're sweeps, unless one team double sweeps, then the third game probably would not matter, as that would be 0 points to one team and 8 points plus the win to another team. So, barring any crazy double sweeps, then it's good. Just reminder, we mentioned a little bit in the midterm there, the Family Feud hosted by Lotus Knight is next week. So in the Discord, if you could fill out the Family Feud questionnaire survey, questions on Stormwind, questions on favorite cards, favorite teams, and then you see some of your community members duke it out in a Family Feud style. So let's see if the chat reigns supreme, or if we're gonna see some tomfoolery.
I hope tomfoolery comes around. And
I mean, tomfoolery got us last time, but we did pretty well. I think we won last time, but there were some interesting answers from the community. So it's always tough to try. You might think you know what the answer is, but you got to think what the community wants you to say.
Exactly. So, well, that pretty much wraps it up here for Friday Night Fights. Again, I'm Saku, this is Corden. Thanks again for joining us tonight. We love you guys. Be safe out there, and keep refreshing the THL website to see what the status is. So, have yourself a great night, and we are outie. Yeah.
See ya.